Stop scrolling. Did you know that one simple act at Iftar tonight can bring blessings that echo through your entire Ramadan? Right now, in the heart of Cairo, a family sits down to break their fast with just dates and water, following the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The moment they bite into those sweet dates, their faces light up, not just with satisfaction, but with joy so deep that neighbors come rushing over to share the meal. Imagine that scene: laughter, prayers, and the smell of fresh bread floating in the night air. That's not just an ordinary iftar. That's a moment that multiplies blessings, just as Allah promised in the Quran. The Quran reminds us, "And eat of the good things which we have provided for you, lawful and pure, and be grateful for the blessings of Allah." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:172. The way you break your fast, the food you choose, and the way you share it, every detail counts in increasing your reward. Tonight, you have the chance to turn your iftar into a moment of spiritual energy, physical nourishment, and deep community connection. So here's my question for you. Do you have a family tradition at iftar that brings everyone closer? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget, tag someone who needs this blessed iftar tip tonight. Your blessings could multiply just by sharing this. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video, because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Introduce the power foods for iftar. Now that your heart is ready, let's talk about the power foods that can transform your iftar tonight. Foods that nourish your body, uplift your spirit, and multiply your rewards. These aren't just meals. They're blessings you can taste, feel, and share. 1. Dates. The Sunnah superfood. The Prophet, peace be upon him, loved breaking his fast with dates. There's a reason this simple fruit is mentioned in countless hadiths. In Medina, an elderly man shared the story. After a long day of fasting, he took 3 dates to break his fast. Immediately, he felt energy returning to his body, his heart light with gratitude, and he could perform Tarawih prayers comfortably. His children followed his practice and felt the same upliftment. A small act, yet a chain of blessings for the whole family. Double tap if you've broken your fast with dates today. Comment below. How many dates do you eat first when breaking your fast? 2. Water. Life's first blessing. Breaking your fast with water isn't just refreshing, it's life-saving. Across Indonesia tonight, a young doctor in Jakarta shared how starting iftar with a single glass of water prevents dehydration and keeps the body ready for prayer. Imagine fasting all day in the sun, then taking that first sip. It's like awakening your senses and soul together. Comment if you always start with water at iftar. Tag someone who forgets to hydrate first. Let them start their blessed iftar right. 3. Soup or lentils. Nourishment with blessings. Not all blessings come in golden dates or cold water. Sometimes, the simplest foods carry the deepest rewards. A Syrian refugee mother shared how a humble lentil soup nourished her children after a long day of fasting. She recalled the Quranic verse, "And we have sent down blessed food for you." Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:51. That soup wasn't just food, it was survival, joy, and spiritual connection. Her children felt full, her heart felt light, and her neighbors were inspired to share meals too. Which soup or lentil dish is your family's iftar favorite? Comment below. Share this video with someone who's fasting today and bless their iftar. 4 bonus foods: fruits, nuts, and whole grains. Fruits like melon, pomegranate, and figs, plus nuts and whole grains, aren't just tasty. They give your body the right energy for prayer and reflection. In Morocco tonight, families are passing around platters of pomegranate seeds and roasted almonds, laughing and sharing stories from the Quran as the sunset fades. It's not just food, it's a spiritual celebration. Comment apple and peanut if you include fruits or nuts in your iftar. Tag a friend to remind them to break their fast with nutritious blessings tonight. Each bite you take can be more than nourishment. It can be a connection to Sunnah, to the Quran, and to families around the world breaking fast at this very moment. Tonight, choose wisely and feel the blessings multiply. Share real-life Ramadan moments around the world. Ramadan is not just about individual fasting. It's a global rhythm of hearts coming together, a wave of blessings that spans continents. Tonight, as the sun sets, millions around the world are experiencing Iftar in ways that bring hope, joy, and unity. Egypt. Streets of light and generosity. In Cairo, the streets are alive with lanterns and glowing lamps. Families carry trays of food to their neighbors and the less fortunate. One evening, a local bakery donated freshly baked bread to the neighborhood mosque, where volunteers served it along with dates and water to anyone passing by. Children's laughter mingled with the call to Maghrib prayer, and strangers became part of the same blessed moment. It's a vivid reminder of the Quranic verse. And those who give food in spite of love for it to the needy. Surah Al-Insan 76:8. Giving doesn't just feed the body, it nourishes the soul. Have you ever given iftar to someone? Share your story in the comments. Tag a friend who should experience this blessing tonight. Pakistan. Iftar boxes for orphanages. In Lahore, volunteers are distributing iftar boxes to orphanages. One young volunteer shared how the smile of a child opening a box of dates, milk, and fresh fruit made all the effort worthwhile. For a few moments, the child forgets hunger and feels the warmth of community. A living example of Quranic mercy. These acts echo the Prophet, peace be upon him's teaching that feeding the fasting multiplies blessings and rewards. Comment below if you've ever helped someone break their fast. Your story can inspire others. Share this video with someone who wants to multiply their Ramadan blessings. Across the globe, a symphony of blessings. In Indonesia, families are setting up communal iftars in their neighborhoods, sharing rice, soup, and fruits. In Morocco, elders teach children to recite short Quranic verses before the first bite of iftar, embedding spiritual lessons into the meal. In Syria, amidst hardship, families gather to break their fast with whatever they have, reminding themselves that even small acts of sharing count immensely in Allah's eyes. The beauty is universal. Whether it's a bustling street in Cairo, an orphanage in Lahore, or a quiet home in Damascus, iftar connects hearts. When you feed someone, you're not just sharing food, you're sharing hope, faith, and blessings. Where in the world have you shared or experienced a meaningful iftar? Comment below and let us know. Tag a friend who would love to hear these global Ramadan stories and feel inspired tonight. Tonight, remember that your iftar is not only a personal moment of fasting and prayer, it's part of a larger tapestry of generosity, devotion, and joy spanning the globe. Every meal you share, every date you hand to a neighbor, every prayer you make, it joins the countless blessings unfolding across the world at this very hour. Spiritual benefits of eating right at iftar. Your iftar is more than just a meal. It's the bridge between fasting and worship, between physical nourishment and spiritual elevation. The foods you choose tonight can energize your body, uplift your soul, and make your prayers more focused and heartfelt. Why eating right at Iftar matters. After a long day of fasting, your body needs more than calories. It needs balanced nourishment to sustain your energy for prayer, reflection, and community service. Dates, water, soups, lentils, fruits, and whole grains don't just replenish. They prepare your body for worship. When you eat mindfully, your body responds with alertness. Your heart responds with gratitude, and your spirit is ready to engage fully with Allah's words. Quranic and Hadith. Insights. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The one who feeds a fasting person will have a reward like that of the fasting person." Imagine the multiplied blessings when your iftar feeds not just yourself, but others around you. The Quran also emphasizes, "O you who believe, eat of the good thing we have provided for you." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:172. This isn't only permission, it's guidance on choosing what nourishes your body and your soul. Real life story. Istanbul. In Istanbul, a young student preparing for university exams shared how her iftar choices transformed her days. She replaced heavy fried foods with a balanced meal of dates, lentil soup, fresh fruit, and water. She noticed she could concentrate during Quran study, complete her prayers on time, and even volunteer at her mosque in the evening. Her iftar wasn't just a meal, it became a spiritual launchpad, connecting nourishment with devotion, connecting spirituality and health. Dates and water awaken energy and hydration for Maghrib and Isha prayers. Protein-rich meals, eggs, lentils, and nuts support body strength, keeping you active for charity or community involvement. Fruits and whole grains. Slow-release energy sustains focus during Taraweeh and Quran recitation. Every mindful choice transforms your fasting into a living act of worship, a practice that benefits your body and earns spiritual reward. Comment below. Which iftar meal makes you feel most spiritually connected? Share this video to help someone make their Ramadan iftar more blessed tonight. Tag a friend who needs guidance on making iftar spiritually and physically powerful. Remember, the way you eat at iftar shapes your evening, your prayers, and your energy to do good deeds. Make it intentional. Eat to nourish the body, uplift the spirit, and multiply blessings, and you'll feel the difference in your prayers, focus, and joy as the night unfolds. Quick tips to make your Ramadan iftar more blessed. Now that you know which foods bring blessings and the spiritual power behind iftar, let's make it even more intentional. Here are quick, actionable tips to make your Ramadan iftar not just a meal, but a full spiritual experience that nourishes body, mind, and soul. 1. Start with Sunnah foods, dates and water. Follow the timeless practice of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Dates provide immediate energy after a day of fasting, while water replenishes your body. It's simple, yet incredibly powerful. In Medina tonight, families are sitting together with plates of dates and glasses of water, whispering prayers of gratitude before their first bite. This small act multiplies your blessings and sets the tone for the evening. Comment Moon if you always start with dates and water at iftar. 2. Include protein and healthy carbs. Eggs, lentils, rice, and whole grains. Don't just fill the stomach. They give your body sustained energy for worship, reflection, and charity. In Cairo, a student shared how including lentil soup and a small portion of rice in her iftar allowed her to stay alert for Tarawih prayer and even help neighbors prepare meals, a perfect blend of nourishment and action. Which protein or carb gives you the most energy after fasting? Comment below. 3. Share with neighbors or the needy. Blessings grow when shared. In Pakistan tonight, volunteers are delivering iftar boxes to orphanages and the elderly. A simple act of giving not only helps the hungry, but also earns immense reward. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said feeding a fasting person multiplies your blessings as if you fasted yourself. Tag a friend to remind them to share their iftar tonight. 4. Pray before and after eating. Pause before taking your first bite. A moment of gratitude and intention connects your meal to Allah. After eating, a prayer of thanks solidifies the spiritual benefit. In Morocco, a family reads a short Quranic verse before breaking fast, teaching children to memorize and reflect. This transforms a simple meal into a spiritual ceremony of learning, joy, and connection. Comment below. Do you pray before or after your iftar? 5. Reflect on Quranic stories. While eating, every iftar is an opportunity to connect with the Quran. Remember the story of the family who shared food, the orphanages being fed, or the generosity mentioned in Surah Al-Insan 76, 8-9. Reflecting while eating transforms the meal into a spiritual meditation, connecting past teachings to present practice. Which Quranic story inspires you the most during Ramadan? Share in the comments. Incorporate these tips tonight, and you'll notice something remarkable. Iftar becomes more than breaking your fast. It becomes a moment of intentionality, blessing, and spiritual growth. Your meals, your prayers, and your sharing ripple outward, touching lives and hearts across your community. Extra reminder: comment below which of these tips you will try tonight, and tag someone who would benefit from these blessed tips. Let's make every iftar a moment of pure blessing and joy. Powerful outro/call to action. Now it's time to take action, to transform your iftar tonight into a truly blessed moment. Imagine sitting down to break your fast with dates and water, just like the families in Cairo and Medina, feeling your body energized, your spirit uplifted, and your heart full of gratitude. Share a meal with someone in need, and watch as your blessings multiply, just as Allah promises in the Quran and the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught. Tonight, make your iftar blessed. Start with dates, drink water, include nourishing foods, pray before and after eating, and share your meal with loved ones or neighbors. Feel the joy, the energy, and the spiritual connection, just like the inspiring stories you've seen today across the world. Comment below, which iftar tradition will you start this Ramadan? Share this video to multiply the blessings for your loved ones. Tag a friend who needs to hear these tips tonight. Remember, every intentional act at iftar, every bite of dates, every sip of water, every shared meal, becomes a ripple of blessings. Your fasting transforms into devotion, your meals into worship, and your actions into love and generosity that touch lives far beyond your table. Extra hook/teaser. And don't miss our next video, where we'll reveal secret Sunnah recipes that Prophet, peace be upon him, recommended for iftar. Recipes that can make your Ramadan nights even more blessed and energizing. You won't want to miss it. So tonight, act intentionally, eat mindfully, pray with sincerity, and share generously, and feel the full blessing of Ramadan unfold at your table.